A rainfall warning is in effect for the city and other regions across southern Ontario this afternoon. CB24's Kayla Williams joins us live with the latest on these conditions. Kayla.
And Lena, today's one of those days where you kind of have to keep the umbrella on standby. Sometimes you need it, other times you don't. Right now I don't have it on, but it doesn't mean, though, that we're not expecting a significant amount of rainfall here in the city. And as you noted, around the Golden Horseshoe and parts of southern Ontario. And with that being said, I'd like to bring in senior climatologist with Environment Canada, Dave Phillips, to talk about this system. Dave, good to speak with you this afternoon. So walk us through what the city of Toronto and the GTA can expect over the course of the next 24 hours.
Well, Kayla, we know that summer was, we had so many records that we broke in summer, the wettest month, the wettest day. And then the faucet got turned off in the first 3 weeks of September. We had, barely any rain. And then all of a sudden on Saturday, we had sort of active weather systems set up in the Great Lakes area. A lot of weather systems in the United States coming in. We saw a good amount of rain on Saturday, a day off on Sunday, and then a record amount yesterday. So we've had a month's worth of rain in 2 days in September, and that same active weather system is still in play and is going to bring a weather system into the area. It already is raining in Windsor. We've had some mist and drizzle in the Toronto area, and then about 3 o'clock this afternoon, you're going to see some steady showers, and that's going to continue right through to about 7, and the rain's going to get heavier and carry on right through to midnight, and then sometime around midnight or shortly after, you're going to actually not just hear the raindrops on your window, you're going to hear thunder boomers. You're going to have some thunderstorms, see lightning, and heavier rains will follow that under that very active weather. So that, Kayla, is likely to continue right through until noon tomorrow. It's going to begin to ease up a bit, become more isolated, but hey, another bout of wet weather and some winds of 20 blowing at 40 kilometers per hour. So another nasty day. Of course, all day, Kayla, has been dark and dank and damp, but boy, the rains are really going to start mid-afternoon and carry on right through the evening and into tomorrow morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Standing out here in the downtown area, and of course, I'm actually in a location that it is well known when the rain gets bad and when the flooding happens, near the Don Valley Parkway. Walk us through, though, this timeline, because we're expecting so much rain in a short amount of time, and what that can sometimes lead to. Well,
Kayla, you're right. I mean, we've had a lot of what we call antecedent rain. I mean, if this was just the rain after that 3 weeks of dry weather in Toronto, it wouldn't be as nearly as concerning. But because we've had in 2 of the last 3 days a September's worth of rain, 70, 75, 76 millimeters of rain. So we know the rivers are swollen. We know the ground is saturated. And then we're going to get more rain on top of it. Now, we're going to see about 50 millimeters of rain. We have a rainfall warning out for a good part of the core of southern Ontario, from Woodstock to Kitchener-Waterloo, Mississauga, Orangeville, the GTA, and York region, and Durham. And then other areas around it are going to have, a special weather statement. So maybe not 50 millimeters, but hey, that's a lot of rain in a short period of time. We had a record amount yesterday, and never have we seen a wetter September 23rd. Now, we may not break a record today because it's going to be over 2 days. That is today and tomorrow, and that's harder to break a record. But clearly, with all that rain, we're going to see river courses are going to become more swollen. It's going to be, so people have to stay away from river courses, and we're going to see ponding and pooling, and also, Kayla, some flash flooding. And we know what that does to Toronto. With so much asphalt pavement and building material, there's no green space to soak up that rain, and so it's going to be a quick runoff, and that rain is going to create submerged underpasses and maybe lead to some flooded basements. So hey, we know that it doesn't matter how dry Toronto is, a raindrop becomes a flood drop. And so another rain event is going to add to the expense and the misery in the Toronto area.
Yeah, certainly. And then when you take a look at the timeline, right, we're just after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And so people are probably more than likely in the next hour or two going to start to make their way onto the roads for the evening commute. And so that could also pose an issue as well. But Dave, if you could also talk to the fact that we're dealing with the ugly, messy rainfall right now, but really looking ahead, we're still going to kind of return to what we've been dealing with at the beginning part of September. And that's really beautiful and very calm conditions.
Right. You know, sort of the good news after this rain event, which will be, again, ending by noon tomorrow, I think we'll be in a dry slot. And then the next day, we're going to see the sun and dry weather. And then I see some rain towards the last 2 days of the month, but only a 30% chance, Kayla. So I don't think that's a done deal. So, hey, we've had a lot of rain, whether it be June, July, August, and now September. And I think we want it to end. We did have a precious period of 3 weeks without the rain, but I think this rain about this to not make up for that.
Yeah, it was good while it lasted. We'll have to leave it there. Environment Canada's Dave Phillips, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Kayla.
All right, Lena, well, as he noted, upwards of 50 millimeters, of course, keeping a very close eye on it here in the downtown core. We'll send it back inside to you.
Yeah, that's a lot of rainfall. Kayla Williams reporting live. Thanks so much, Kayla.